Well, you've only been in office for a few weeks now as the ICT Minister.
2 weeks, 2 weeks.
2 weeks now. Also, few is it's more than two. The few definitely is more than two. What are some of the most prominent issues? I mean, first and foremost, how did you feel about getting this portfolio? Let's start there.
Well, you feel honored,
Mm-hmm.
humbled. Any responsibility is an honor. So that's how I felt, feeling humbled and honored, looking from the election results. You don't just feel honored, but it means hard work to deliver because there is high expectations from the appointing authority.
Looking at the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, I mean, if you look at the last couple of years in your portfolios, you've dealt a lot with finance, trade and industry. You're dealing with a completely new animal of ICT. First things first, what are some of the first issues, of course, that came to the front when you had to start working 2 weeks ago?
First, the President is very clear. This is his theme is like Harambe, meaningly pulled together. You cannot pull together if you are not a team. That no one should be left out. Obviously, with the mandate of the ministry, we're talking of information. Getting the information, it needs to be communicated through the technological tools. When I looked at it, obviously, the challenge is how can we include everybody, that they have the information so that we as a nation can contribute towards what he calls to build the Namibian house, meaning all Namibians from all walks, all corners, must have the information to enable them to pull together as a team. And that is how I see the challenge. How can we get the information and get everybody see themselves as part of this building of a Namibian house that we call Namibia, one Namibia and one nation. That's a tall challenge by using the technology, obviously.
If you look at it, of course, in your portfolio, you'd also be dealing with the media as well. And we've seen in the past, of course, there's a bit of a love-hate relationship between the Ministry of ICT as well as the media, the issue of regulation, etc., etc. What are your immediate thoughts on the relationship that the ministry is, in fact, already has with the media, and perhaps where can we improve?
We've got to understand that teamwork means that we need to share information. And now you can only share information if you have the information. When other people are monopolizing with the information, the other members would obviously feel left out. So the media and the ministry, the media is actually the means to share this information. You will recall the founding president has been talking of we must fight ignorance. Now, ignorance in itself means you don't have the information. This is why you go to school, to get that knowledge, to enable you to do something. So the relationship of the media and the ministry or the government is very crucial, that we need to work together to get factual information and disseminate or distribute this information at the correct time. It is no point you collect information that would only be shared by the relevant people 6 months later. You cannot be effective, and therefore you cannot pull together, because there will be only few that have got the information pulling up front, and the others would be left out. So we need to get the information, distribute them or publicize them in good time, and let this information be for the benefit of the team to move together. Destructive information would obviously make other members within this team feel excluded, and therefore you will not have a team to pull together to build a nation.